addition to measuring how happy a particular quantity of a good makes a consumer, it is also helpful to know how much additional happiness or utility comes from the last unit of consumption. Economists use the concept of marginals to discuss the size of incremental changes. Using marginal utility is helpful to determine the choices consumers will make. For example, while utility can describe how happy 3 computers makes a person in total, it would also be nice to know how much a third item added to the consumer's happiness, rather than just knowing the total of 3 items. Marginal utility, denoted as MU, is the incremental utility associated with consuming 1 additional unit of a good. Marginal utility impacts consumer choice because individuals may be less apt to buy multiple quantities of something, even if it has a higher total utility. This impacts business choices and the number of products made in factories. Marginal utility can also be used to discuss the amount of utility someone receives from consuming the last unit of a good they purchased. Mathematically, marginal utility is written as the change in utility divided by the change in the quantity of items consumed. For example, if owning 3 computers gives a total utility of 10 utils, but owning only 2 computers gives a total utility of 8 utils, then the marginal utility of the third computer is equal to 2. One thing to keep in mind is that we can still use this formula even if the changes in quantity are not equal to 1. Because the formula is based on a change in quantity, the change in quantity might not be equal to 1. If there is information on all quantities consumed, or at least all whole number quantities, the marginal utility formula could be written as MUQ is equal to TUQ minus TUQ minus 1. In this formula, MUQ represents the marginal utility of the qth unit consumed. TUQ represents the total utility of consuming Q units, and so on. The concept of marginal utility is an important component in the rational decision-making model. That model illustrates how individuals make decisions based on a logical thought process. Using our examples of purchasing computers, total utility is changed when someone decides to purchase an additional computer, so it's important to know how much happier they are so that we can ensure the purchase is worth it.